Joining me now from Charleston, South Carolina, right on the coast, is Sarah Bozard Edwards. Sarah, thanks so much for being with us here in Tel Aviv. I know you had a pretty exhausting and scary last few days. You left with your parents and your 5-month-old baby girl as the storm approached. You just got home a few hours ago. How is the home? How is the neighborhood? How do you feel?
Exhausted is how I feel, but it's the house is fine. It's one of those things that you just never know, and you kind of have to have your plan ready. You have to be ready to get on the move, to get in the car, and just living near the coast. That's something that when hurricane season starts, you have to have a plan. You have to be ready to go, and it was a bit of a whirlwind. We ended up evacuating to where my parents live, towards the middle of the state of South Carolina, and they ended up getting more of the storm than we did on the coast. So you really you never know what you're going to get when you live this close to the ocean.
What is that experience like, especially for you as a new mom? This is your first real hurricane as a parent, having to evacuate. What's the preparation like? And you don't know really if and when you can come back to the home.
Right. It's we kind of have our little checklist things that we always, important files and emergency supplies, things that we always have ready to go, and we kind of just have our little emergency checklist that we go down and we make sure everything important is with us. Of course, this time it involved a lot more baby stuff, so that was a little bit hectic as well. But just the story of the mom and the infant in North Carolina, where the tree fell in the house and they both died from the storm, that's just one of those things that my plan is always to evacuate. When they say evacuate, we will always evacuate, because you never know when that could be you, and you never know when that tree could fall in your house. We have wetlands behind our house. There's tons of trees around. That's just not something we want to chance.
And Sarah, I know that the flood risk is still growing, particularly in North Carolina. It's getting worse. The danger is growing. Neighborhoods getting trapped. You lived in both North and South Carolina. It's a very real threat right now.
Absolutely. As the waters move down the coast and kind of make their way down the rivers and towards the ocean, the flood risks are still great, and the rain, there's a little bit of rain still there, and you always kind of worry as the waters are rising just how high it'll get. With the wetlands behind our house, we kind of just watch as the water gets closer and closer to the house, but as things kind of settle down, it tends to make its way out like it's supposed to. But the danger is still very real.
Yeah.
We're okay where we are, but the danger is certainly still very real.
Well, I'm glad that you are safe, your family is safe back home now in Charleston, and the home is okay. Sarah Bozard Edwards, thank you, Sarah, so much for being with us.